Hi guys, my name is Meats. This is going to be a review for the Sentinel Reobot, and I think with collaboration with T-Rex Getter 1. And this is the second release on this particular subset of Reobot. And we've already seen the Black Getter, and it's interesting to see this one. So here's the box. It's a windowed box, but I already took out the figure, played around with for it a little bit, and a little bit of information. So this is designed by T-Rex, and I guess Sentinel is the one that made the robot also, or produced it. Really cool. You can see all the different gadgets that this one has. Really nice. And the one thing that differentiates this from the Black Getter is you're getting those two machine, or more like a Gatling gun. They're really awesome. So that's a little different from the first one. I think the first one, for the most part, you still get the two tomahawks, but you also have the kind of like the claws. Yep. Right, so that's pretty much it for the box. Alright, we got Getter 1. Again, this is an amazing mecha series where there's three machines that combine, and depending on which one is the main part of the robot, it has a different modes. And it's one of those super robots that's crazy, because to make it in toy form, it's really difficult to do so. But here's the more iconic version of him, Getter 1. There's Getter 2, Getter 3. I actually would like to see them make the other Getter versions. But we have Getter 1 here. An amazing design. Initially, Getter it's kind of like a bulky body right in the torso here, but he's very agile. Very interesting design. In terms of paint apps, the whole thing is mostly die cast. Pretty cool. There's a little bit of, like, this joint here is plastic, the middle part there, but otherwise everything. They did give a plastic on the bottom here, kind of gives you a little bit more traction. And the infamous the connector back here. Actually, on this version, the Getter 1, it's too loose, which might be a good thing. So I'm just gonna store it. Most likely, I'm gonna have this with a stand. So that's that. They did add a different way to connect this one. On the Black Getter, since you have the shoal here, you can cover it up, but this one there's none. So what they did is, I'm just gonna pop this open. You see a little bit of a part there, and let me pull out the instructions. So basically, in the instruction, there's a black loop which just goes around in that centerpiece right here, and you just hide these two parts underneath the shoulder, and that becomes the cape. And I think it's a lot better in terms of one of the problems that actually this thing is, this kind of just it's shredded, but it tends to fray a lot, and that's one of the problems for the Black Getter, since they just punch a hole right there on this fabric, it will fray. So I'm not sure how long that will last for the Black Getter, but on this one it's a lot more secure. Yeah, overall it's great. In terms of cable, oops, probably not good. Alright, anyways, this one has 3 cables. One's on here in the middle, and on another one on the side. So that's great. Now getting back in front, articulation is pretty much the same as Getter, or the Black Getter. You do have, well, let's start with the head. awesome articulation there. And you have a collapsible throat, so you can look down. This thing, it's spring-loaded. You can pop off the ball joint. There's a neck ball joint there, and actually it helps later on. This does come with an extra faceplate right here. So this one has a meaner look. The eyes are a little bit more smaller. Really nice. They do have a jewel, the green jewel on top there. So that's pretty cool. And I really like this vibrant chest piece. Really cool. Then you have the gold piece here. That's where the getter tomahawks comes out. I'm just looking at the details. Really amazing. So moving down the neck, really good articulation there, the details, really nice. And this part here in the shoulder blade can move side to side, makes it more dynamic. Shoulder double joint or maybe even triple jointed. So you can have rotation here. This one is the bicep area. It's a little stiff, so you actually have to break it down first time you've got the figure, and kind of loosen it, so just be careful on that one. Another thing to be careful of, it's actually in the instruction, is when you're bending the elbow. You're not supposed to bend the elbow. On this form, you're supposed to stretch it up, and this kind of gives you a little bit more clearance and not hitting the white underneath white part here. I've already kind of dented mine. It's thin metal, but articulation is again really amazing. And same thing with the wrist. You actually can move it out, so give more articulation, which I really like. I really like that they give you that added gimmick. Also this part here. So again, more articulation is always good. And on the torso, again, this guy is crazy. Even though he's, has a big body, especially in the core, they made the waist, and it's kind of like an egg shape, but they made it so, the way he moves is just fluid. This guy's just amazing. Then you have that circular part there. And again, same thing as with the elbow. This one you can actually pop out. Actually, maybe, oops. So this is all the way in, and when you pop it out, you get you can see the joints here, and this kind of gives you a little bit more. So you can even rotate it and give you that added articulation needed for high kicks and whatnot. And obviously you have that nice knee up. Same thing, the back part collapses, but putting it back, when you put it back, it's still down, so you just have to press down and kind of wiggle it up, and that panel will pop back in. And moving on, you have a heel here, movable foot. And likewise, you can pull this down, and I think the same thing. You can actually have this. I kind of don't want to hit this back part here, but it gives you that more articulation for the feet. So that's really great. Very, very nice figure. All right, I'm just gonna pop that back on, and what else can I talk about this guy? Same thing, you get the getter beam on the torso here. You're just gonna press this guy here, if it works. And something tells me I cannot do that because of the cape. Let me see if I can still do it. No, it's... I don't think it... Yeah. Interesting. So I guess I cannot do that because of this cape. But this thing does pop off, similar to the Black Getter. And I can't. There you go. Okay. It does work. And I cannot find it. Where did it fly off? I'll get it later. So you do have that option. And likewise, this bottom part, it opens up. I don't want to pry it out right now, but this is where you store it, your Getter tomahawks, which are over here. And same configuration, there's two connector parts, you can combine them. Alright, so let's move on to the awesome guns. Actually, I forgot, before we get to the beam part, let me just show this. So this part here, I believe, pops off. I remember this. Oh, there we go. So you gotta remove that small part there. Put this on. It's a really nice matte finish for the black and a gunmetal on the edge. And you just pop this back in. And again, one thing I really like about Reebot's straight bag. And there you go. Then if you want to have an action pose, so you get closed fist. You have one for, or a pair for holding the tomahawks, and you have another one, a pair of this one. So same thing, left and right for this. So you just want to do some kind of dynamic pose. Yep. Really amazing. And let's go with the gun. So this is a really nice addition, and I'm not too sure what the name of this gun is, but all it matters, it's awesome. You have a scope. Yeah, it's kind of crazy because it's not really a sniper rifle. It's more like a Tommy gun. You got a barrel down here, and it's one solid piece. I don't think there's anything you can detach on this one. It does come with a special hands for it, so it's a pair. Usually when you put this on, you just kind of slide it in between the thumb first. Get in there, slide it in, then push that out. There you go. Just gonna swap the hands out. And for the most part, I'm probably gonna display this with the miniguns or the guns. I think they might be called Getter guns. Maybe. But they are amazing. Again, I do apologize for my lack of information with the Getter series. I should really watch the show. Alright, while we're at it, I'm just going to show how to remove the faceplate. First time, again, it's going to be really stiff. But you're going to just move it from the bottom and grab the chin and you kind of pry it open. I really don't like prying it. Well, try not to use your any screwdriver or anything. Just use your nails. You don't want to scratch that. And put this on. Again, this has a more fierce look, and we're just gonna pop it in. And there we go. We got Getter one ready to do some damage. Again, a very amazing figure. Oops, did I just pop that off? Alright, so, okay. So there's, okay, it locks in place. There's a peg there. Good to know. Oh, great. Now the problem is, how do you push it back in? Let me fix that first. Alright, managed to pop it back in, and something tells me it's gonna happen, but you can just push it back in and it's back. I'm feeling this part here, the black part. It's actually plastic. It's actually quite nice. Flexible. I'm just doing a wide stance, and there we go. This is just amazing. You get the cape, have it kind of swinging on one side, and there you go. Again, a really great figure. I highly recommend getting this. If you're not, if you haven't seen the Getter series yet, you know, give it a shot. But just having this toy, it's just amazing. All the details, the die cast. Just overall, I'm a big fan of the Sentinel. The figures they're making are just amazing, and I'll be continuing to support them for new releases. Although I don't collect every single release, it's just the ones that, you know, caught my interest. Although there are other ones that I would like to get if I can find them in a clearance price. But for like this one, definitely. Actually, they are sold out. I got this from Ami. This and the black. Actually, you can't even see the black Getter anymore. I think they took it out. That's already sold out. So hunting them down might be a little hard. Although the second release of the Jehudi, the Ryobot Jehudi, for some weird reason is on clearance. Yeah, I'm just not sure. Maybe they just made so many of them. But you know, definitely get Jehudi. I think so far right now, my favorite is probably Jehudi. It's probably the most well made out of all of them so far. Well, the ones I've gotten. Probably next is Gurren Lagann. And this guy. Yeah, this guy is amazing. Alright, that's it for the review for Sentinel T-Rex Getter 1. Hope you guys like it. And I'm not sure what they'll make next, although we've seen Lassengun on some of the, I think, Wonderfest previews. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's it for the review. If you have any questions, let me know. And I actually did try this on a Master Grade RX-78 3.0. It does work. You can have the Master Grade hold this. And it's a pretty cool weapon. If you want to check that out, I'll post a link down below. Just an image. And yeah, that's about it. So till then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching. I almost forgot that this comes with a stand. And it's your typical Sentinel stand right here. There we go.